Hello and a very warm welcome to Love Audio's YouTube channel. My name is Paul Webber. It's great to have you along.
Love Audio.
And as I was saying, it's great to have you along this evening. Press the wrong button, and that's what happens. It's great to have you along this evening, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching this from. Do let me know in the comments, especially if you're new here. Do type new in the comments. Love to meet you, of course. Now, what is Love Audio Production all about? Well, it's basically a safe, fun and friendly and hopefully entertaining platform for you to learn the basics in audio production. So, if you're on board with that, let's get into it, shall we? All right, as we normally do on a Monday night, just say hi to a few people first of all. Hello to Ina, joining us from Denmark. Hello to you, and let's put that up on the screen because we like to shout people out, don't we? There we go. That's hi from Ina, all the way from Denmark. Simon Thayer is in the house as well, and he's from the Yeovil area in Somerset. Just the next county along. Somerset, don't know if you have heard of it. Your graphics are amazing, by the way, says Simon. Thank you very much indeed. So yeah, Ina says hi. Hi to the rest of the room as well. Adzo Atlas. Hey, Paul. Hey, everyone. Hello to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining the stream this evening. Really good to have you along. It is so good to see you guys. And yeah, we're ramping it up, aren't we, towards Christmas now and getting ever closer. What are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to be good? Are you going to be kind of taking it kind of quiet this year? We were supposed to be having, you know, my family here for the Christmas period. My sister and her husband, also my two boys and their girlfriends were going to stay as well. So it was going to be quite a big one. But the problem with that, of course, is that, you know, it's mixing households and we really don't want to kind of make that judgment because my brother-in-law's sister is staying with them in their house. They're kind of bubbling with her, but she's nearly 80 and she's from London. So, you know, the idea is that they can stay where they are. We will, you know, do our best, of course, to kind of communicate with people as we go along, and hopefully make it a fairly quiet Christmas this year. But then, of course, next year everything should hopefully be back to reasonable normality, and then we can kind of mix again and you know, have a great year. I think 2021, once this is all out of the way, fingers crossed, and everything's fine, then, you know, things should be back to normal, and hopefully we'll have a great year. Simon says, what's your favourite Christmas song? Really? I'll tell you. It is Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas. And I'll tell you why. There's a story behind that. When I used to live down near you, Simon, in Somerset and various other places around the country that I've moved to because of radio stations that I've worked at, etc., etc., I used to love listening to the radio literally driving home for Christmas, and that's obviously the title of the song. And it just used to feel really special. Driving down on Christmas Eve, bag full of washing for my mum to do, and a bag full of Christmas presents for the family, and it was just so special. And I remember just, you know, you kind of glance across, don't you, when you're on the motorway and you see other drivers and you know exactly what they're doing. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're heading home for Christmas, hopefully to spend time with their family, that kind of thing. So that really brings back special memories for me. So Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas. What's your favourite Christmas song? Do let me know in the comments. Simon says, I have a show on Christmas Day. That's brilliant. Well done, Simon. Let us know the link, of course, to that if you can. Exeter Hospital is having issues, I believe, near you. Yes, they are on what's called Black Alert. The hospital is overwhelmed with COVID-19 patients and with 10% of their overall staff off because of COVID-19. So they're really struggling with that that sort of side of things at the moment, which is quite disturbing. Because that's where my partner is actually there at the moment, working for another 3/4 of an hour. So it's called Opal Alert. Yes, you're absolutely right, Simon. Simon says, I know what you mean about that song. I think I agree. Ina says, Christmas as usual here. We are all in the same area. That's pretty cool. So hopefully you can spend time with your family, Ina. And Denmark, I imagine, at this time of the year is a really picturesque country to be in. I just have that, I was lucky enough to visit Denmark when I was 18, and we went in the autumn because it was kind of November time, but it was so crisp and cold, but beautiful blue skies. And I remember taking a picture of this huge mansion house with a like a moat and a lake next to it, and you could see the reflections of the house on the moat, and it was just beautiful. Absolutely stunning place to visit. Ina says, I am not dreaming of a white Christmas. Gilbert O'Sullivan. Wow, that's obviously Gilbert O'Sullivan is an English guy, so that's interesting that you say that, Ina. That's quite interesting. Well done. Simon agreeing with me on the other one, of course, which is fine. Simon, of course, says he has a show on Christmas Day. And again, do let us know the link to that one if you can, Simon. I don't know if it'll let you, but I can always drag it in from a web browser, etc. So that's pretty cool. Simon likes my finger clicking earlier on. It was almost in time. Well, I think that's because of the delay between here and getting to the stream, which is pretty cool. We are, by the way, running on what's called ultra low latency today. So that means that your comments should come through within 5 seconds of you typing it. So I should be able to see them fairly quickly. Let's have a look here. Simon says, I've been asked to play I Want to Spend Christmas with a Dalek. I have never heard of that. It sounds awful, but the very best of luck trying to locate that. That sounds dreadful. Ina says, until now, December has been very grey here. Yeah, it's kind of grey, misty, and very rainy last few days anyway. And I think there's a lot of low pressure coming in from the Atlantic to disrupt. We do, however, have snow here in the studio, so I can make it snow at the touch of a button, which is pretty cool. But it does slow down the stream somewhat, and I kind of get a bit robotic. But I hope you enjoy that. There we go. Let's get rid of that because it's slowing everything down. All right. So let me just go over the topic for this evening's live stream. You may have gathered from the promo trailer that I've been putting out this afternoon that I wanted to explore the DAW, the Presonus Studio One 5 Professional software. Okay, this is the DAW of choice that I use. It matches up with the studio desk that I use here as well. And what I've got is a session open currently, so you'll see this here. In fact, if I go to that one, you'll be able to see me as well. Not that you need to see me, but I'm over there in that little circle. So this is a session that I've set up. It started off as a different project, but I want to bring in various instruments to this particular project so that we can play some orchestral sounds over the top of an existing audio track. Okay, so let me just get that mixer out of the way. I'm going to scroll back there a second, and this is kind of where it was earlier on today. That was just something I put together a while ago, but I wanted to use this particular setting because the good thing is it's got lots of different instruments and stuff in it, so I can, control whatever's coming into there as well. So on the synth section here on this track, I've actually got some strings lined up. I hope you can hear that. Building up tension with some strings, but I wanted to add that and also some cello in a moment or two to this particular jingle that I've got here. This is a Christmas jingle. It's an instrumental, and it goes like this. So there are pretty much only two keys talking about on that particular track. So I can bring in the strings such as. We'll play it again. you know, that kind of thing. So we might record that actually. So let's just so we're going to start from there. So let's go to record and then press this one. Okay, so if we listen to that in isolation, we solo that up, we should be able to just hear the MIDI track that I've put on that. There you go, have a listen to this. It's already got some ambience on it as well, some echo, so that's really good. You notice the bum note there at the beginning, so that's the wrong note. So we'll open that up in the editor roll here, and you'll see that wrong note. There he is. You see, everything else is uniform in the chord, but that particular note there is causing me grief. Because you listen, if I go back there, you'll hear it. Oops. So I have to play it and move it up. Sounds like a cartoon, doesn't it? Like a. Could have it there. So bring it in line with that one, and I can extend the note as well. So it goes all the way to the end of the chord, and therefore, if I go back a little bit, you'll see that we'll go back before the chord starts, and this is what it sounds like. Pretty good. Let's just take a look. So yeah, I know Simon says I found it already. It's terrible as there is no snow in Denmark. What a shame. Yeah, Denmark's beautiful in the snow. Ina says, until now, December very grey. And yeah, Ina says, Luria's snow. That is right. Yeah, it's from livestreamingpros.com/store. That's where you get that transparent overlay. Which is pretty cool. So what I'm doing is kind of building up this track. So I've got some strings, and if I just get rid of that the editing roll there, you'll see that when I mix that with the existing jingle down here, all I'm trying to do is just embellish it a little bit and just bring a little bit more life to it. It was produced on a keyboard anyway, that particular jingle, so there's no real instruments there. But what I'm trying to do is enhance it with MIDI instruments that are inside the Presonus Studio 1.5 version, and it's the Pro version as well. So that's that. I feel it needs some lower notes though. So what I want to do is open up the browser window, which will give me all of the instruments that I need. If you can see that, it's quite a tiny little window, I know, and it may not be as sharp as you like it to be. But I'd like to put a cello in there, a full cello, or I might put a pizzicato cello, I'm not sure. Let's just try something a minute. So I'm going to drag let's drag the full over to synth 2, like that. Load that one. And then hopefully, once I play it, once it starts to load, here we go. So this is the, I need to put the speakers on first. Give me 2 seconds. So we put that on. So we want to play the jingle as well. We want to see what we can do as regards to a bass note and bring that in a little bit louder than everything else. So we start off with a. How about a lower down? That's better, isn't it? That might work, mightn't it? Let's try that. So we'll just play for the time being. Yeah, I like that. That might work. So I'm going to try and record that as well whilst we're playing along with that. So here what we need to do is to go to the record button and make sure I've got the right note. Here we go. Listen to that in isolation. It's going to sound awful because I didn't really do it right. I'm going to probably do another take. Listen to that on its own. It's not bad, but I think I can do a better. I think I can do a better version of that. So I'm going to actually get rid of that and unsolo that, and we'll go back to that particular. That's kind of where I want it to be, so let's try that again. Okay, here we go. I didn't really start it on time, so let's go back and get rid of that again. Here we go. One more time. There might be some bum notes in there as well, but let's have a listen to that in solo. Go. Not too bad, but it needs to be in time. So again, I'm going to try that again if I can. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that instead. Here we go. Let's just listen to the strings and the cello together. That sounds nice. I like that. Okay, so we'll unsolo that, bring it in with the jingle all together. Just want to, I don't know if I can bring another chord into there. Let me just have a listen to this on its own. So. Yeah. I think that would be quite nice. I'm going to try and duplicate, excuse me, I'm going to duplicate the track if it'll let me do that. Duplicate track complete. Yep. There we go. And get rid of that synth pattern because I'm going to record lower down those three chords. So like that. Hopefully in sequence and get it right timing. So here we go again. Let's put that on record, actually. Good point. So we're listening to that. That can come off of there. Do that and that. Make sure it's coming up on the right one. Yeah, just make sure I don't get the bum note wrong. Or get the note wrong, rather. Don't forget to say hi in the comments, by the way, if you're having fun watching me play around with this particular kind of stuff. I wanted to, as I said before, I wanted to bring orchestral sounds into this particular jingle. I'm going to drop the volume of the jingle down slightly because I think it's a little too loud. And we can sort this all out in the mix, of course, when we finally get around to doing the final mix. So let me just record this chord section here, this... It's quite a nice sound, isn't it? Like a vibrato kind of string sound. So let's do that now. All right. So, as you can see, it's only... And it's got what's called punch and roll, so it only recorded the input when I started to play anything. It didn't record anything up until that point, but as soon as I pressed the key, it seemed to know that I was ready to record that bit, which is really clever. So listening to that in isolation, that's what the chords sound like. And if we double click on that, I can bring up the... let's have a look here. If I look at the velocity of the notes themselves, just have a look at the velocity. Is that the one? Let's have a look. How do we get that? Let's have a look. Score view. Oh, wow. There we go. So this even prints the score out for you as well. So if I play that again, you'll see the notes. But I want to be able to give that more more volume, if you will. So let's take that off of there. Go back to the keys, and I'm just trying to look for the window that shows me the volume. 2 seconds. Have a look. Not quantize, that's fine. Quantize is when the quantize movement is when you can either turn the quantize on or off, and it's about making the playing more human rather than having it done through MIDI notes, as you can see above there. Ina says, this is very cool, fun to make own jingles that really works. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. I know that's very kind of you to say so. And yeah, we're kind of learning the basics here, as I said to you before, but what happens is I need to find there should be a window here. Let me have a look at view. If I click on view, let's have a look here. What I want is the normalization, the velocity. Let's have a look. Does that change? That's okay. Instrument, yeah, got that. Let's go to view. Additional views. Macros. I don't know anything about macros, so I'm going to leave that alone. Audio bend, no. Info view, no. Quantize, no. Let's have a look. It's got to be somewhere, isn't it? Let me try something else. I just highlight that. Does it come up? No. Click the browse window. Get rid of that. I want to be able to... Oh, God, what have I just done? Hang on, undo. Undo! Did not mean to delete it. Oops! No event selected. So let's it's got to be a way on here somewhere to be able to view the this particular window. Hang on. Okay. Let's extend that lower. It's not going to work either. What's that? No. Close that. Double click on that. Let's reattach it. There we go. Okay, so you've got to play it at the beginning of the note piece, otherwise it won't play. So I really want that one louder, but I can't find the. Oh, here we go. What's this? No, that's not it. Excuse me. Okay, action. Apply scale, note. Length, stretch. Merge, note. Extend to part end. Mirror notes, randomize notes. Fill out notes, note. It's got all sorts of things on here, it really has. Just unbelievable selection of stuff that you can play with on here. Which is amazing, of course. It's none of the above. What have I just done? I don't need that, do I? Let's take that off. So if we go back to the notes themselves, which are here. It's a lovely sound, isn't it? Like that. Got to bring up that last lot. How am I going to do that? Let me think. It should automatically show at the bottom of this screen let's have a look here. Record. That means select all. Yeah, that's great. What does that do? Okay, that's clearly not going to work. So yeah, it's kind of finding out why that's not coming up on the bottom of my screen, which is really annoying. Let me just try something else. If I go out of there and double click on this one instead, does that come up? No, it doesn't. I need to be able to control the volumes, but I can't see it. Why can't I see it? There's got to be a reason for that. Let me have a look. Hang on, what does this say? Oh, it even shows you the notes there. That's brilliant. So if you expand that, you see the notes are now labelled against that as well, each particular note. That's really clever. And that's the bass note there, look. But it's not showing me. It's not showing me what I need to see, which is really frustrating. Let's have a look and see if it's in the info section here. Audition notes. Synth 1 that is anyway, isn't it? So synth 1, synth 2, synth 3. That's fine. There we go. That's better. Scale is fine. Input chord selection, synth 3. That's cool. Lock track list. No, I don't think I need to do that really, to be honest. What's this? Marker, arranger, chords, signature. Don't think that's going to work. No, not really. That's okay. Bear with me, folks. Please talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right back. I'm just experimenting with getting this right for you, so give me 2 seconds. It's got to be here somewhere. Where are we? Quantize. No, it's not about the quantize. Action. Where's the volume? Velocity. Come on. Velocity. Jump out at me. View. Console. Inspector. Browser. Track list. Scratch pad. No. Record panel. Record panel's already on there, so that's fine. Time display. MIDI monitor. MIDI monitor. No. Close that. View. Let's have a look. Audio bend? No. Definitely not that. Transport. Audio. No. Event. Velocity. I need to find the velocity. Why can't I find it? It's really frustrating. If anybody's on that knows where it is, by the way, let me know. This is what it's all about, you know, getting to know the basics, and half the fun is watching me show it, which is quite interesting. Show in console, show automation. Show automation, perhaps. No, that's not it either. I wonder if I can lasso that and just increase the volume. Musical functions. Here we go. What's this? Velocity. Right. Here we go. Okay. So, add. Play it. Will it let me play? Yeah. Add 21%. Okay, let's play this. Yes. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Excellent. That's about right, to be fair. But it should have a window at the bottom, which is really easy to be able to draw it in, and for some reason it's not showing it, which is interesting. Okay. I don't know what that does. Pitch is A3, that's fine. Input chord. Input chord is C. It's a scale of C, correct. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to our production here. So listening to all three, so we've now got the bass note, which is let's solo that. Let's right click and hide. What's it called? Show and hide automation. There you go. Okay. Same with that one. Come on, Paul. Where is it? Show and hide automation. Correct. Okay, so that's there. So we'll go on to solo, solo, and solo, and play all three. Beautiful. Take that off, and then we'll play the whole thing. There we go. So we've embellished that particular track with 3 lots of strings. Let me just go back to my main camera. Yeah, so we've embellished that particular track with 3 lots of strings there. We've got a cello for our bass notes, which of course is this one up here. So you'll hear that. Love that. And it's these samples, by the way, are recorded from real instruments. It's not like they've manufactured it inside a synthesizer. These are recorded and then sampled, and all sorts of different notes and the way that the cellist is playing the cello has been recorded, every single step. And then obviously whatever you play on the keyboard, if I demonstrate that. So if I go to there, the harder I play the keys, the louder the volume of the instrument. Really quiet, like that. Kind of really melancholy, you know, TV theme or something. Love it. Absolutely love it. You can create some beautiful sounding things with this. So take that off, for instance. You can then hear, we'll solo this one and you can hear this bit. So that's the kind of vibrato strings that are going on. Like that, which is really cool. And then of course we've got the same kind of instrument, but of course on this one, let's hide the automation and click on that. We could have, instead of the vibrato strings on there, we could have, for instance, if I go to edit, you'll see the oh, that's not it, I beg your pardon. If we go to here, you'll see that it's got Violin Tremolo on, right? Now we can change that. If we go to, let's have a look here. Yeah, it's on Violin Tremolo. If we go Violin Full instead, on this particular bit here, okay? Instead of vibrating, that's a straightforward set of violins. So if we play if we play this bit again, these last 3 chords, Don't know that it's going to enhance the jingle at any point, but we'll try and listen to the whole thing again. Here we are. It's not bad because you still get the vibrato from those other strings on track 2 here. So sorry, you can't see that, can you? I beg your pardon. So yeah, what I was saying is that this bit here is the bit that we've just enhanced by just making it violin instead of anything else. So we'll solo that and play that. Just going to make that last chord note. In fact, let's have a listen. Yeah, needs to be a little bit longer, so... Try that. That should finish the note properly then at the end of that jingle. So again, listening to that and the strings and the bass all together. Pretty cool. So we take off the solo button for each of those, and then we're back to listening to the whole thing again. Here we go. Not too bad. Listen to that. It's a little bit too long, isn't it? So maybe I was wrong to extend that note. So let's bring it back to there so it chops off fairly quickly. Like that. At the end of bar 14. You still got that of the synth that's playing behind it on the jingle, so that's pretty cool. So we'll just close that out. This one here may be a little long as well, so we'll bring it back to the same duration as like that, and then this one needs to come back slightly, and then the top note. So they all finish on time. You see that, so it now lines up with 14.3 on the graph there. And those are the bars that it started. Because don't forget, we're not starting from bar 1, we're starting from bar 10 here, to be honest, and going through to bar 15, 16. By the time it tails off into the echo, for instance. That sounds much better, doesn't it? It's neater, I think. Just bring that slightly in a bit. It starts where that one does. No, it needs to go one bar before that, doesn't it? No, because the bell starts on 10, doesn't it? So 10.3. So maybe... Oops. Like that. Undo. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Undo, delete. Yeah. Da, da, da. Ah, undo. Da. Let me just play. I'm just going to put on this one as well so I can hear what's going on. Da. Yep. So. Yeah, now those two sets of strings are now playing the same chord as they progress up. So yeah, I like that. Cool. Okay, so here's the whole thing. Nice. Really, really nice. I like that. Okay, so certainly, as I say, hope you've enjoyed this evening's little demonstration of bringing orchestral music into your DAW, your digital audio workstation. If you have any questions, please do drop them in the comments. If you're watching this on the playback and you'd like more information about Presonus Studio One 5 professional version or any other version that the Presonus have got, they've got a thing called Sphere as well. So if you didn't want to shell out for the whole program fee, if you like, for the whole thing, you can subscribe to Sphere. It's a monthly subscription, but it does get you the full version of the software, and you can find that at presonus.com, their website, and you'll find details about that. Hashtag not sponsored, just want to recommend it because it's a great piece of software, and I think you'd have some enormous fun. Particularly, I mean, I'm not a musician, so whatever I'm playing on the keyboard is literally by ear, if you will, except my ear can't stretch down that far. So whatever I'm playing down here is literally in my head. So working out which chords that was, what you have to do is for me personally, as as I say, not a musician listening to it, I'm actually a bit fake really, but what I'm doing is listening to that particular track. So if I solo that track and listen to the jingle, it's not playing, is it? Why is it not playing? What? Why is it not playing? That's really weird. Oh, hang on, let's try this. So I would listen to the bass note of that chord from the jingle, ding, and then the first bell is the right key. So if I again listen to that particular note on the keyboard, it's there. So that's an A, in fact. So that's an A. And then the chord goes. All that kind of thing. So, yeah, hope that helps. It's come to that particular time of the evening whereby, you know what happens next, don't you?
It's the jingle of the week.
Yes, it is the jingle of the week. Generally speaking, we use Jingles from Jam Creative Productions in Dallas, Texas. That's where I got my jingles from. But today I thought I'd try something different for you. I was lucky enough to start my full-time radio career in 1989. And the radio station was just setting up in the autumn of 1989. It was a very cold autumn as well, as I remember. And the station was called Orchard FM. And it was based in Somerset. Somerset is very famous for growing cider, or from producing cider. So the Orchard FM came from that kind of thing. So orchards, apples, cider, etc., etc. You get the idea. Ina says thank you for the demo. You're very welcome, Ina. Thank you so much for hanging around and watching the stream today. But yeah, so Orchard FM set up in 1989, and I was there at the beginning and managed to join. I did an afternoon show at the weekends, and I was on night times. So I was on what they call a graveyard shift, so from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And the good thing about that was I was able to choose my own album tracks and things. A lot of album tracks I was playing through the night. It wasn't really a love songs type show. It was more kind of just a laid back, really good musical show, to be honest with you. And I really enjoyed my time there doing that particular show. It was really good. And then I progressed to be promoted to afternoon drive for the majority of my tenure there, my 5-year tenure there, which was really cool. But I wanted to play you a quick kind of montage, really, of some of the jingles that were produced for the radio station by a chap called Brad Davis. Now, he's an American, and he's a record producer, mastering engineer, and he was responsible for producing Jimmy Nail's album back in the 1980s, late 80s, early 90s, and also was responsible for engineering the #1 track that he did, Ain't No Doubt, amongst many others, of course. But yeah, Brad's still in America. I think he's gone back to America. He did live in Somerset for a while, but I think he's now back in America doing something completely different. I think he's some kind of safety marshal for a council over there, as far as I know anyway. We've lost touch years and years ago, but I did some research recently, and I think that's what he's currently doing. So if anybody knows Brad Davis and he knows what he's up to, give him my regards and tell him to get in touch, won't you? But he produced this particular package for Orchard FM back in the day when they were launching, which is great. And I had the pleasure of working with Brad to produce some demos for other radio stations based on the packages that he produced. And on this particular sample, on this jingle sample, you'll hear my voice on a couple of the jingles that they were putting out there as a demo. So have a listen to this. This is our jingle of the week. On 102.6 and 97.1, it's Orchard FM. When the day is over, through the night with Orchard FM. Radio, just for you. Orchard FM. There you go. Let's have a look here. I've muted myself. That's right. I couldn't hear myself for a minute, and because I'd muted myself on the main mix. Yeah, this is a badge that I produced. Actually, I used to produce button badges, and we did a whole load for Orchard FM as well. I had the thing printed, and then the pin is on the back there. You see that? It's really dusty and awful, but that was the logo of the Orchard FM radio station back in the day. So there we go. 102.6 was the main frequency. There you go. So that's our jingle of the week. Hope you enjoyed that. Hey, don't forget, if you want to support the channel, by the way, you can do. I have a Patreon page, which is at patreon.com/Love Audio Production. In the new year, we're going to be putting some exclusive material up there just for the patrons of that particular channel. So patreon.com/Love Audio Production is a way that you can support the channel. You can also go to the Teespring site, which is teespring.com. And I've even got an overlay for that. Give me 2 seconds and I will show you. Here it is. Because I always forget to do it, so I thought I'd put that up there this time. So it's teespring.com/stores/Love Audio's merch store, but there's hyphens in between those letters, okay? Where you can find the t-shirt that I'm wearing currently. If I go back to that particular screen. So this is the t-shirt I'm currently wearing, I Love Audio. And you can get it in various colours as well, coloured backgrounds. Green, orange, grey, black, blue, which is this one, of course. So that's pretty cool. Also, on that same site, you'll see the mugs as well. And this is one with a purple background, so I Love Audio. So it's a way of showing people that you love audio, and it's a way of supporting the channel as well. So please do take a look at that if you can. And yeah, that's about it. Let's make it snow for a little while. Why not? There you go. Make it nice and festive. Next week will just be a hangout show. So yeah, what are we on now? The 14th. So the 21st of December, next Monday night. Just hanging out, just chatting, questions and answers, whether it's audio related or otherwise. Then you're more than welcome to join me. Just look out for the promo video showing that that's going to be happening. So it'll be 8 o'clock, of course, next Monday night. Just a bit of a kind of pre-Christmas hangout as well. Some mince pies, perhaps, and maybe a small glass of sherry, who knows. But yeah, look forward to seeing you on that one. And if you do get a chance to take a look at other videos on the platform, on the YouTube channel, of course, on the Love Audio Production channel, you'll see that I've just published the latest vlogcast for the Love Audio Cafe. It was an interview with Jack Lench and his wife, Wendy Ridolini, and they have launched this particular book, which I'm proud to say that I'm narrating slowly but surely, getting through each of the chapters, and it'll be available as an audiobook next year, but it's currently available in paperback and as an ebook as a download. But you can find that, of course, on my YouTube channel. You'll see the interview that I did with Jack. The audio is a little bit poor because their internet connection in Italy was not particularly brilliant, but we did manage to salvage it. It's also on my podcast, which is podbean.com. podbean.com. Just search for Love Audio Cafe and you'll be able to download it and hear it at your leisure. Put it on your little MP3 player, whatever you want to do. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. 5 to 9 in the UK, whatever time it is where you are. Have a safe night and a couple of days ahead, and I'll see you next Monday on the stream. Take care, guys. See you soon.